Hey there, guys. Welcome to my channel. I'm Cerise Fairfax. I'm coming at you from the Dominican Republic, North Coast, in a province called Puerto Plata, in a municipality called Sosua, and a little area called Los Charamicos, where I live. And I love where I live, and I live where I love. Today, we're going to talk about the cost of living, the real cost of living in 2025. I wrote a list right here, and we're going to talk about a few points. Some of the points we're going to talk about: rent, we're going to talk about groceries, electricity, pharmacy, clothing, and getting packages sent to you from abroad. Now, first, about electricity. It is very different for everyone. And I do want to let you guys know that most of these things on this list, most of these topics on this list are always more expensive in the foreigner tourist area. Where I live in Los Charamicos, I get most things at cost like what a local would because I live in the local area. Now, my electricity every month for my 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom is about 1,000 pesos, and that is under 20 bucks American. Now, I will tell you this, I don't use my air conditioner during the day, and I don't use my air conditioner in the winter months. The winter months here, because I'm climatized now, I get chilly at night from November until May. And around May, I use it at nighttime only. Because there's such a beautiful tropical breeze that goes through my apartment and most apartments, when you leave your windows open and your balcony doors open, your back door, wherever, you will get a tropical breeze going through and you may not need the air conditioner. Now, with that being said, in the tourist area, the air conditioner is not always way more expensive. Some people pay 50 bucks a month. Some people will pay, 200 a month. It depends if you are in a gated community. It also depends if you are in a villa or if you are in a condo or again in the local area. The local area is always less expensive, like I said, for everything. A lot of people, before they come here and they're getting an apartment as opposed to an Airbnb or as opposed to a hotel, because a lot of people, they want to get an apartment these days. They're like, I will go into the local area and I will rent an apartment and pay the electricity at the end of the month. Your electricity is not going to be that high unless you run it all day and you run it when you go outside to the beach. Okay. The most that I have heard someone paying for an entire month and they here in the local area and they ran their electricity all day long, all night long was 5,000 pesos. And that was $100. Really what uses most of your electricity is the air conditioner. Other things run on the electricity. Some people run their hot water on the electricity. Some people run, obviously we all run our televisions and our fridges and our fans. And when we plug in our devices through the electricity, but that doesn't run up a lot of electricity. It is the air conditioner. So my suggestion to you is you will have your own meter, especially if you rent from me. You will have your own meter when you arrive to your apartment or to your condo, like to your villa, and you look at the numbers on the meter and you ask for a copy of the previous bill. And you will see on the previous bill how much each kilowatt costs, how many pesos it is for a kilowatt. And then you look at the numbers of where your meter is, and then you can monitor it throughout the month. So every time your meter goes up a few kilowatts, you will be able to times it by that pesos. And I've never ever heard any horror stories about electricity except for one time. My good friends, Francis and Myron, were staying at a gated community and in a villa, and their electricity came up to $200 at the end of the month. And they were mortified because they are longtime visitors of the Dominican Republic. They come every single year, and they were like, wow. And they will never stay in that gated community again because they felt that they paid a little too much. Now, I'm not going to say the gated community's name because obviously that could have been just a one-off, and I don't want to create any negativity for that community. Now we're going to talk about clothing. There are places here that we buy clothing, and here in Sosua itself, we don't really have like a shopping mall per se. We have little boutiques, and in those boutiques, you will find a lot of deals on different stuff. There's a lot of knockoff stuff here, so you may go and find like a pair of knockoff Gucci sandals or whatever, and they're not usually expensive. So where I'm from in downtown Toronto, there was a place that was called Pacific Mall. That was the name. I've been here for 7 years now, so I forget some of the names going on in Canada. They used to sell all types of knockoffs. And so a pair of Gucci sandals would cost like $65, right? Here, it's not going to be like that. For that same type of knockoff, you could get here for like $20. Sometimes they have these really good deals for like $10, but that's knockoff. And now there are a lot of China tiendas here. China means China and tienda means store. Okay. China tienda is what we call them. And there are right in downtown Sosua in what the tourist area is called El Bate. There is a gas station called Texaco. And in front of Texaco, there is a China tienda. It's called Doble Felicidad. It means double happy. And then there's one on the left-hand side, and I don't know what that's called. I think it's called Phoenix Tienda, big yellow around it. And then there's two of them behind Texaco gas station, and they are facing each other. One is right beside King's Restaurant. Make sure you guys listen. I digress. Make sure you guys listen to this Thursday story time. King's Restaurant is involved in that one. Ooh, the story time is juicy. Anyway, there's two of them located behind Texaco gas station, and they sell clothing in those places. And usually you can get like a pair of jeans anywhere from 500 pesos to like 1,200 pesos. So anywhere from like $7 to about $24, you can get a pair of jeans. They sell tops there for like $10. They sell a lot of panties, a lot of socks, and they sell bathing suits. They sell almost everything. So if you want to do your clothing shopping there, like you need something like on the spur of the moment, that's where you'll go. It's not really expensive for clothing, but I do find and there's a lot of knockoffs there, but I do find too that there are some places, if you are a big size man, they have oversized tops. I find that a lot of the guys like to go there to buy oversized tops. And if you're a woman and you are on the bigger side, you might have to buy guys' clothing in those stores because there's not a lot of obese women here. And I don't think so anyway. And trust me, it's coming from a woman who gained a lot of weight here and in the midst of losing it. And there were times where it was so difficult for me to go and find clothing in those China tiendas. And I'm glad because I don't want to get comfortable being overweight. But at the same time, I do like to feel good about myself. So I had to shop on Amazon and also on Temu, which brings me to my next point. Oh, wait, before I do that, shoes. Shoes you can also buy here at those stores as well. If you're a person, you just want to buy a few flip-flops, really nice, you can get them for $8, like 300 pesos, even $6. Sometimes 290 pesos, so the average for flip-flops and, shoes and runners is not so much if you go to those China tiendas. Now, we do have a place called Jumbo in Puerto Plata, and I find that it is not expensive either, but it's going to be a little bit more highly priced than you will find in the China tiendas. There are China tiendas all around. There's some, like I said, in Bate, and there's also one that I know of in Cabarete. You have to go down Callejon de la Loma all the way at the end before the river on the left-hand side, and there's a big one there as well. Very good prices. Now, when it comes to shopping online, I have an account with EPS, and they send my stuff to Miami. They give me a Miami address, and I pay for like when they deliver it here, depending on how heavy it is. Clothing generally isn't heavy. When I order perfume online, I like a lot of perfumes. When I order perfume online, they usually ticket because it's like called a specialty item, and they will charge like 400 pesos to deliver that because it's a liquid. So now I have found a perfume store here called Aromatics, and it is up the street on Pedro Clasante, going up the street, and it is close to Rancho Tipico, just before Rancho Tipico, just after Cheers Bar on the left hand side, and they sell all types of perfume in there. Wow, it's from Dubai, and it is so great, long lasting, smells good. You can get fruity, you can get citrus, you can get like woody. It's really great. I would suggest you go there if you are into perfumes instead of getting them delivered here, because it's expensive to get them delivered here. So unless you have a favorite fragrance that you use and only that fragrance, then, order that online. But other than that, you can go to that shop that I just told you about. Rent. Rent is where you are going to catch a break. Rent and also buying land or buying like property here is where you're going to notice that it is a lot more affordable than it would be in the US or in Canada. Some people have been saying to me in the recent years that people that used to come here and haven't been here for a couple of years, they will say to me, "Oh yeah, Cerise, get me a 2-bedroom apartment," and I'll be like, "Okay," I'll send them options through my WhatsApp. I'll send them photos, I'll send them video, and they're like, "Whoa, that's expensive. That's the gringo price. Give me the local price." And I'm like, dude, I am the queen of good deals when it comes to apartments. Like, I will definitely always make sure that I fight for your right. And I'll try to get you the best deal possible. So I'm not giving you something that is like overpriced. Those are the prices, and they are going up every single day. So when I hear of a 1-bedroom that's like $1,000 these days, I'm not surprised. In the local areas, I can get you 1-bedroom for about 550, 450, and it's in the local area. So, you're not going to get a pool. But if you want a 2-bedroom, it's around $750 a month. We're talking USD, and we're talking that you have to pay your own electricity. Now, it is furnished, and you will always get Wi-Fi and cable included in the rent price. So again, if you're looking at a studio, it can start at $350. If you're looking at a 1-bedroom, it can start at around $550, sometimes $450, depending on where it's at, but we're talking near the beach and in Sosua. And then if you're looking at a 2-bedroom, it's usually $750, sometimes $650. It really depends. If these are for furnished places now, and these are places where you don't have to put the electricity in your own name, you don't have to put the Wi-Fi in your own name, you don't have to put the cable in your own name, and you just go in and it's a pop-up shop. Okay, so that's where you're really going to catch your break, is with rent. Now, when you're buying something, of course, it really depends on what you're buying, and those prices fluctuate a lot. Some places are going for like, 80,000. I haven't seen anything lower than 80,000, 70,000 recently. Before, places that are selling now for 70,000 were selling for 45,000 before the world closed down. Now, pharmaceuticals. For my hair, I like to use a certain medical shampoo with ketoconazole in it. I forget the name in English. Ketasol, maybe? But it's for hair growth. Ketoconazole ingredient helps with hair growth. And so I like it, right? It keeps your hair follicles strong and nice and clean. So in Canada, I used to buy this one called Nizoral, and it was about that big, and it was $12 in Canada 7 years ago. Now I buy that same ingredient, okay, but a different brand and same size, and I buy it for 150 pesos, which is like $3. Medicines are a lot cheaper here, and not only that, you can buy them over the counter as well. And if they don't have your medicine here, the specific name of the same brand, you can still get a generic brand of what you're looking for, and you can just talk to the pharmacist on the spot right there. If you need me to connect you with a doctor here, if you need me to tell you about where some pharmacies are located here, you can also do that. There is one pharmacy that I really suggest you go to. It is at the front of Cheramicos. It's called Alberto's Farmacia. Everybody knows Alberto's Farmacia or Farmacia Alberto, and it is amazing. Great prices. When you go in there, they'll give you a price, and you can even say to them, give me my discount, please. And they will give you the discount right there. All right. Some products don't have a discount. Some of them do. Now, we are going to talk a lot about medication when it comes to the next story time as well. Spoiler alert. When you're looking at groceries, we're going to go right now and we're going to take a trip to the grocery store, and I'm going to show you a few things. We're going to look at fish. We're going to look at chicken. We're going to look at shampoo. We're going to look at toothpaste. We're going to look at oil. We're just going to do a quick spin because me personally, I really don't like to do too much videoing in those stores. First of all, I don't know if it's allowed. Second of all, it's usually populated with a lot of people. So I don't want to catch someone on camera that just doesn't want to be on camera at all. All right, guys, so let's go to the grocery store now. Hey guys, this is the big man right here, Nelson. He's the owner right here. Come on in here. It's one of my favorite places to shop. Playero. Okay guys, so here we are in the grocery store. There's hardly anyone in front of us right now, but I just want to show you guys just a few items so you kind of get a good view. Here's some chocolates right here, $4. Regular price was $5 for these chocolates. Very nice. You get the crunchy one assortment. Oh my gosh, I can't buy those. So Kisses, $10. So things that are imported are usually a lot more expensive. Sorry. So let's look at this towel. Gigantic towel for the beach, 1,203. So that's like $20. Let's look at sheets, king size, 2,000 pesos. So you're looking at like $40. $40 for that. But let's go to some of the items that you might like recognize. So here's like a little brush for your shoe, for cleaning your shoes, 171 pesos. So that's like 220 pesos. Here's some cleaner for your shoes, 98 pesos. It's like $2. Let's look at some of the shampoos. Pantene, $3.15. Here's some men's Head and Shoulders, $3.27. So that's like $6.50. Now I'm just doing an average, right? I'm gonna go to my hair conditioner because a lot of you guys ask me what I use for my curls, and this is what I use right here, and it is $4.92. I mean 492, so that's $8. So I think it's about average. Let's look at some toothpaste over here. So you get Colgate for the big one, whitening Colgate, 400 pesos. That's $8. Luminous. I'm gonna grab some of this. And even though I have braces on. And Oh, look at Sensodyne. Sensodyne is cheaper. Well, it's on sale. So let's look at the Colgate mouthwash. 284 pesos. So you're looking at 4, 5, kind of like 550, under 550. Here's the big Listerine, not the big one, but kind of like a big size. And it is 490, 480. So you're looking at like 10 bucks. Here's Scope. Scope is considerably cheaper. You're looking at 214. So that's like 4 bucks for that size. Let's look around. CeraVe products are here as well. I get all mine on Amazon. And then here's some hair dye. Let's look at how much hair dye is. Here we go. $3.98, which is like 6 bucks for the color silk. Well, 7 bucks, $7.50. Excellence as well. So yeah, I mean, you can get it from anywhere from 6 something to 3 something. So anywhere from 6 bucks to 12 bucks. Let's go look at soap. Okay. The soap here smells really, really good, but I'm looking for one that is recognizable by you guys. So 3 bars of soap, $2.09. So you're looking at like 4 bucks. This one, how many bars? 6 bars for 10 bucks. All right, let's go down a little bit. And let's, oh, that smelled really good. Holy smoly macaroni. That smelled really good. Was it that one? No. Oh, yeah, it was. Let me buy one of the small ones. Oh, yeah, that smells amazing. I'm getting that. Okay, so let's go down a little bit. And let's look at a placemat, like this one here, pretty large, right? 6 bucks. Brooms. I don't see any with a price on it. Maybe the price is like right here. Let's go check out the price together. This is the pet food area. $182 pesos. So that's like $3.50. Okay. So here's pet food. I think pet food is expensive. I'm not sure. But for this one right here, solid gold, you're looking at 3,000 pesos, 3,900. So that's almost 80 bucks. 80 bucks for that right there. But let's go to Purina, since everyone knows Purina. And that bag right here is 787. That's not bad. Those are small bites, large bites. Dog chow, 525 for the medium one. And so 10 bucks for the medium one. And then for this one right here, a little larger, it's 20 bucks. And for the very large one, you're looking at 40 bucks. Okay. So that's pretty much it. They also have big bags. You guys let me know in the comments below what your prices are in Canada and the United States. I haven't been there for many, many years, so I really don't know. Here's some Lysol. I buy Lysol all the time. It's oh, it went up in price. It used to be 600 pesos. So now it's 14 bucks for a can of Lysol. 700 pesos is 14 bucks. This is probably something else that you guys use. For Breeze. Here it is 263 pesos. So you're looking at around $5.50 around. I'm just averaging. Let's go look at Let's go look at some toilet paper. So here's the toilet paper for 4 rolls. 199 is like $2, but you can get it cheaper. So for 316 pesos, $6, you can get 12 rolls. Yeah. So let's go look at the oil, because I said we're going to look at some oil. Just so you can get a price on like how much oil would be. Oh, here's dish soap. 194 pesos. Dawn, which is like imported, is a little bit more expensive. I said I wanted to look at the chicken and fish as well. So here is... Hola, oh hey. So you can get a big bag of shrimp like this right here for 12 bucks. Are you good? Hi. I'm just taking a video for my YouTube channel on different food prices. So here's like a rack of ribs, and you're looking at 1,000 pesos. So that's like 20 bucks for that rack of ribs. My hands are getting full here. So like for a full fish right here. Now, of course, the prices are different. This is 10 bucks around, under 10 bucks for that full fish. They have snapper and they have other things as well. Here's chicken. So for like 3 whole chicken thighs, $5. And you can even get a whole chicken cheaper for like 200 pesos. I'm gonna keep this away from people. There we go. Let's go over to the oil. Sorry about the shaking. I'm going to try to stop the shaking, but my hands are full. And hola. So here's regular cooking oil, Crystal. So that's 357 pesos. You're looking at like $6-7 for that oil. Margarine, $2. So yeah, let's go over to the eggs, and also, or let's go to the pasta. Hola, bien. So pasta is like 34 pesos for some of it. Pasta's not expensive here. I don't think so anyway. Oh, muchas gracias. Gracias. All right, so let's look at ketchup, because you guys like ketchup, I'm sure. So 178 pesos for that ketchup right there. That's like saying 350, under 350. So here's eggs for 30 eggs. 246 pesos. So that's $5 for 30 eggs. All these onions, 58 pesos. So $1 for a bag of those onions. And let's go over to the produce. So like for right here, 174 pesos for lechuga, romaine lettuce. That's actually really good price right now. And some mushrooms. So like $5 for that pack of mushrooms right there. Yeah. Peppers right here. 266 pesos, which is like just a little over $5. Tomatoes, you're looking at like 137 for those tomatoes right there. Remember, every Tuesday there's a produce deal. So every Tuesday there is like a real special deal here. Let me take a photo of that just so I can use it as the thumbnail. So that's about it. I mean, let's go to cheese. I don't want to do too much. There's over here, there's like a whole entire counter of stuff. Hi. How are you? Good. So here we go right here. We got some cheese. So you can get some good Gouda cheese for 226. So that's like $4.40, right? $4.40. I don't know how much cheese is back there. You guys let me know down below. I chose Gouda because Gouda's just kind of like your regular type of stuff. And then here we can go right here to like a whole chicken, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what its price is. $3.66 for a whole chicken. So that's like saying $7 for an entire chicken. Okay guys, so there's a lot more to look at if you're into beef. This whole thing of beef right here, $3.74. So that's like $7.50 as well. I mean three, that's like 3 is 6, so that's like, yeah, $7. Remember, I'm just giving you averages, but a lot of them are right on point, so you don't have to worry. And here's the owner of the store right here.
Sunrise shines on Ceramico Street. Cerise, Fairfax moves with island beat. Sosua breeze, her soul feels light. She's home where the ocean meets the night. She knows the waves, she knows the town, from the mountain views to the beachfront sound. North Coast dreams in her gentle eyes, a love that never fades or dies. Cerise, Fairfax, North Coast queen, living the life in that Caribbean sea. Palm trees dancing when she walks by, sunset magic under golden sky. Oh, Sosua, she's your song. With Cerise, it's where hearts belong. She tells her tales with laughter and light, gringo stories deep into the night. But her real love is this island grace, every wave, every smiling face. From Playa Alicia to cabaret waves, Cerise knows the past, the road she paved. She's not just a guide, she's the soul of a coast that makes the broken whole. Cerise, Fairfax, North Coast queen, living the life in that Caribbean scene. Palm trees dancing when she walks by, sunset magic under golden sky. Oh, Sosua, she's your song. With Cerise, it's where hearts belong. if you land on this island shore and you feel like you've been here before, it's her voice in the ocean's hum. Cerise, Fairfax, where love comes from. So if you land on this island shore and you feel like you've been here before, it's her voice in the ocean's hum. Cerise, Fairfax, where love comes from.